My name is Leah Renault. I'm the founder of Caring About Change. Our mission is to bring education and awareness about human trafficking. And it was with great admiration that I introduce Linda McDonald and Jean Sarson, two women talking vagina torture. Linda and Jean have for 20 years supported women who have survived non-state torture and advocate for non-state torture to be added to the Canadian Criminal Code. Their conversation is based on real-life talk with two women from Colchester East Hants who endured non-state torture, which is torture committed, for instance, by parents, spouses, other family members, guardians, neighbors, trusted adults, johns, pimps, or even strangers. It happens in homes, warehouses, cabins, rented buildings, in fields, hills, public or private places. 1 in 3 women throughout the world will experience physical and or sexualized violence by a partner or sexual violence by a non-partner.
I was one of those women. I got married when I was 25, and my husband choked me the night before our wedding. I was so embarrassed, I hid the bruises. He got worse after we got married. He got much more violent. And one day he said to me, let's go to Ontario. And I thought, great, let's go and make a fresh start. We landed at the airport, and 3 of his buddies met us. And before I knew it, they grabbed me, all 4 of them, and they threw me into the back of this car, and they drove me to a house. They dragged me up the stairs, and they threw me into a dirty, dark, windowless room. And they gang raped me to break me in. And they said I would work for them.
I was also one of those women. I was just a little baby when my father and his friends surrounded me and started raping me, hurting my tiny vagina with their big fingers. And the torture never stopped. It was like my vagina was a magnet for all of their sexualized torture pleasures. At Target, they attacked with hot light bulbs and hot sticks that caused blisters. When they raped me, the blisters broke. I was so angry and so sore when they raped me. My mother sometimes joined in. They attacked my vagina with guns and knives, plastic toys, bugs, poop, dog food, sticks, whatever they could think of was used to torture my vagina.
And my memory still plays tricks on me today. Long after I've escaped, I can still smell all that crap.
They even electric shocked the inside of me. Soon I had no feeling in it. My vagina went dead. I got angry at it. I hated it, sometimes attacking it, cutting it with a knife. I blamed my vagina for all the other tortures I suffered. I wish people would understand what thousands of torture rapes do to a little girl, a woman. Soon you feel dead. You just think of yourself as a pile of shit, a nobody.
My husband and his gang, they were paid by countless men a day to rape me. They called me a piece of meat. My vagina was attacked over and over and over again. And sometimes my vagina would bleed. And some men would find that really pleasurable to see the blood on their penis, their weapon. I got pregnant 5 times. My husband and his gang assaulted my uterus till my vagina passed the fetuses. 5 times. I can still hear the toilet flush. 5 times. Once I was raped by 3 men with a knife, and I started to hemorrhage. So they took me to the pig doctor, or that's what I called him. He was a dirty man, and he had a dirty speculum, and he shoved it up my vagina, and he packed my vagina with gauze. And then they took me back to the same windowless, dirty room, and they handcuffed me to the radiator, and they left me alone for a few days. Then they came back and they yanked out the gauze, and the torture started all over again.
I was in my 40s before I could make connection with my vagina and understand that it was not my vagina's fault. I had to learn that my vagina belonged to me and no one ever had the right to torture me or my vagina.